Captain, I'm giving her all she's got. But the intro, the pixels, there's too many pixels. Ah! In terms of bandwidth, we have no bandwidth. In terms of bandwidth, we have no bandwidth, and we don't have overhead in terms of CPU power. So we're at where we're at, and I'm giving her all she's got. How's everyone doing today? Hello. Hopefully everything's better. I went back to the other camera, so we're not using the A50-100. We're using the camcorder because the audio is better when the audio goes in that. So here we are right now. You know, camera's a little bad, but hey, we got this guy. Hi, and it's horrible delay. One Mississippi. Oh my God. So yes, we're in the garage. Look, there's trim. Yuck. I screwed up the paint. Somehow when I painted the door, I managed to get paint on the wall way the hell up here. And I need to paint that because I had to sand it. But we're getting there. I've been like, for those wondering why every stream in the past week and a half has been in here, this is where I live now. I wake up, I do stuff out here all morning, and then I go pick up the little guy at school, and then we're family stuff all afternoon, and then I go to bed, and then repeat. Music too loud? Music is where it normally is at. We haven't changed the music. I'll turn it down a little bit. Okay, yeah, the door will be painted a accent color. What happened to the good mic? This is a $600 DJI mic. Actually, I think it was planning on saying it was like $2 something. It's echoey as shit in here. My voice is more quieter. Okay, let me turn my voice up a little bit. There we go. It's echoey as shit in here. That's why. So yes, the door will be an accent color, although I don't know if I'm going to do a bright accent or like a complementary, so like an OD green type. But I painted it white because the really shitty beige it was, that was really crappily done, was getting on my nerves. So while I was painting the trim, I'm like, screw it, I still have paint. I painted the door, so it's a little bit cleaner. It makes it a little bit easier to work with. What else? We also have today, this came in. I don't think I have to worry about blurring my address because I don't think you can count the pixels, but I'll have to do that before. How much wood putty? Actually, none. It's because okay. I've got the extension on here. Okay. Yes, there's a huge delay on this camera. It is what it is. So anyways, when you put your trim, see how, you know, it's like the trim is pretty close to the door frame here. Okay. There's like, you know, maybe a little 8 down here because, you know, it's warped. When you get to about here, and there's like over ½ of an inch of a gap because the frame of the door is literally like completely bowed to shit. Remember, it just has to look good on camera. Okay? It just has to look good on camera. Also, in case you haven't noticed, stuff's on a bench here. I went shopping today. So I bought this. It's not a real butcher block or bamboo countertop because those are expensive, but it's a faux bamboo countertop. So that's actually the bench from the printer room. I took it upstairs so I could put this on it. So this bench is actually going to go over here. It's just, for now, it's there. So I can put the countertop on top so I can kind of see where everything's starting to lay out. I will be building a bench out of wood for that to go on because that's cheap. And then also, hey, look, there's a bench there or a countertop there. So I went to the Habitat Restore. I was hoping they would have more all I got was that. So that was like a 5-foot like piece of countertop that was like garbage. Like the Habitat Restore, it's a lot of stuff that's like left over from demolitions or renovations, or they order, contractors order too much and they donate it. It's for a good cause. But anyways, so I bought that and then I ripped it down to 19 inches by 4 feet so that it fits behind the door. So when I open the door, I can actually open it. So this is going to be like the soldering, lubing, like this is going to be the wet work area. Like this is the dirty area and this will be the clean bench. I'm going to use my toolbox for now. As the island, I figure, F it, it's the right size. It's got all the drawers for storage. So I'm just going to get like a 4-foot countertop for it, like a butcher block one. Put that on top. And then this will be the where we build everything. Yeah. And then what else? I trimmed everything. So you can see there's trim all up there, down there. I still don't know what I'm doing for the flooring. I got half a mind to just leave it concrete for now and just put a mat down where I'm standing. So that way it's just easier. It's the cheapest and the easiest. So I did go ahead and put the baseboard trim in, but there is a gap. So if I go to change my mind later, I can slide something underneath. And then we're also going to work on this today. I framed it out. We got to do some air tool work. I gotta hide that electrical box. So I've got some, I put a box around it. We're gonna do some work. So that's kind of, so yeah, so that's kind of where we're at. Do something on the floor. So what I'm probably gonna end up doing is just buying a cheap carpet that once I get everything built where it is, just kind of measure the rough area of the floor space and just put that down. Also, obviously, right now, the ceiling is a big flat ceiling. There will be acoustic panels. I will be building them. I've got all the extra wood up top there. So I've got wood up there. We're going to be building acoustic panels. I've got a bag of bat insulation still. We're going to build acoustic panels. I'm going to put some on this wall. This will have shelving. But anywhere where there's no shelving, there'll be acoustic panels. I'm going to put 2 panels up here, but they're going to be shorter panels because this is going to be CNC stuff. There's going to be something up there like, yes, I know it's echoey as shit in here. It's in progress. I can't put the acoustic stuff up until I know where everything else goes, because basically everything that doesn't have something will have acoustic panels. So yeah. Is it illegal to bury the box? So here's the thing. I'm not burying the box. It's not like I'm going to put a piece of plywood over it. I'm just going to have a... All right, wait, you can't see it. Yeah. So yeah. So I'm not burying the box. I'm just going to get a piece of like, because I'm just going to have something to, you know, so yeah, I know like the amount of basements I've been in as a kid, like friends' house where their box is in their living room and they just have like a grate over it, like just doors. So yeah, it is what it is. So do you guys want to do you want me to play with air tools first, or do you want to unbox the Rook kit mini closet? Yeah. So I'm just gonna get like, I've got the tongue and groove, so we're gonna tongue and groove the side, and then I'll just have something over top, just to kind of make it not look like shit. Rook. Unbox. What do I? Okay. Good thing I have like place to put all this stuff now. The only are we lagging? No, we're not lagging. It's just my computer's lagging. My computer can't render my own stream that I'm looking at. Battery died on the mic. No, it's fully charged. Audio is choppy. What is going on? Why are you stuttering? It shouldn't be. Breaker box. Oh no, it's gonna be like the vent. It's gonna be like what are they called? Like the let me restart the stream 1 second. Okay, should be back. What are the lattice? It's gonna be like lattice, right? French doors. Yeah, it's just going to be lattice. I'm just going to get a piece of lattice or something so that it just hides it up a little bit. There we go. I unplugged something and the computer decided to shit. There is 3D printing. Kids don't know how they work. Mrs. Getta. My wife doesn't play Overwatch. She reads books. So, by the way, right now, it is currently 80.5 degrees Fahrenheit in here. 27.5 Celsius. So, yeah, in terms of AC, it's going to be a sooner rather than later thing. I still need to get the ceiling insulated. So, that's something we got to do. Okay, Rook. This is a tiny box. This is a tiny box. I know I have a kniff somewhere. There we go. Got a kniff. There we go. Reach out to Mr. Cool. Mr. Ice Cool? I don't think I need this. For customs. Is your laptop battery charger? May you change to eco mode to performance? It's plugged in, obviously, and it's running Linux. Does Linux have a power mode? Let's find out. Power management. I don't have. There is no batteries. Yeah, there's no way to. There's no power mode. Okay. Hector is great at packaging. So I've hidden that. Oh, let me take this sticker off. So unfortunately, we don't have an overhead camera. Mr. Cool is a brand. I don't know. Do they have them in Canada? That's the thing. And then, yeah. Hoping I'm opening the right side of this. Box is very well packed. Okay, cool. So I still have to print everything. Basically, what will probably happen, Murph is this weekend. So there might be a stream Thursday. Don't count on it, but there might be. It is what it is. Because I got to pack and get everything ready. So I gotta get a haircut. That's what I gotta do. Carbon fiber build plate. Ooh. So the Tuesday stream next Tuesday will be the after Murph stream. So basically, I'm going to get back from Murph. I'm going to start printing parts for the Rook, and then Friday we might start the build. I'm thinking we might start. This camera shit. So we're gonna. Friday we'll start. Also, I am gonna paint the door color, but I'm gonna put a piece of plexiglass on it or something. I'm thinking get some like dark tinted acrylic or something with a magnet so I could stick it on and off with some LEDs. And that way, so I could slap stickers on it. Because the angle you see now is gonna be kind of what you see. I may move it over more, so it'd be more like this. This only has like a 32 millimeter lens on it. Like this is like 32 to something. So this thing doesn't have great field of view, so it's pretty far back. So the door will kind of always be in the background, so I'm going to sticker bomb the door with stuff. After Murph is the most, no, After Earth is, because it's also, it reminds me of that really shitty movie with Will Smith. Okay. So we got carbon fiber build plate, and it says Honey Badger on it. So we're gonna leave everything wrapped up. Got some stickers. I don't want to unbox it too much because I got to put it all back in the box. We got some bubble wrap. The printer for ants? No, it's actually a completely different. It's not related to Voron at all. We're unboxing a Rook kit. We're not building it today, but we're unboxing it today. We got some ETFE tube, because this is not direct feed, that's right. Okay, I've got a nondescript unlabeled box that is full of electronics and BMG Sherpa fans. The fans are labeled Honey Badger. High static pressure fans. Cool. Cool. Got some end stops. Wiring's pre-done. All that. Okay, I'm not going to dig into this too much, but there's some of your gubbins. So that's the gubbins box. Rook fixed screw kit. So we got screws. By the way, if you're wondering, like, this is everything is packed actually quite tight in here. So. What is this? Oh, got our outlet, and all the wires are pre-attached to it. So that's nice. Good thing it's garbage day tomorrow. I'll get rid of all this foam. Power supply is I think it's this is a kind of Morrison. I think this is what LDO ships with their minis now. LM200. It's a 24-volt power supply. Because it's current year. Ain't nobody building printers with 12 volts. Also, while I'm doing this, don't forget, every stream will give away a spool of filament from Polymaker. Link in the video description. Enter for your chance to win. Power controller, SKR Mini E3. And it does contain a rubber ducky. I think you only need a Pi Zero plate and magnet to complete this. That's cool. Hopefully I think I have a spare bed somewhere. I just realized I don't have a bed. I don't know what this kit, oh no, build plate upgrade kit. Oh, well, build plate upgrade kit for V0 printers. So I'm assuming this uses the same bed as a V0. Unless this is just a box. No, it's stuff in here. Okay, so there's the hot end. It's like a weird Ender style mash hot end thing. So that's cool. Got some motor wires here. Look at the feetsies. Look at the feetsies. Pancake NEMA 14. Thermistor, it's a screw-in thermistor, and we got the bed. So we do have a bed. Hot zone, do not touch. It's fused. LDO, it's an LDO bed, yeah. Nice, very nice. So it looks like they're basically using the V0 bed in this, which, yeah, it makes sense. It's a good bed. If it ain't broke. Fun fact, you want to know, who here knows why a V0 bed is 120 millimeters? What brand? It's a Roluhan motor in here. I don't know about these. I got more motors here. We got some rods. We have a rail. We got rods, rail. The motors are Roluhan 3D motors. And these are NEMA 17s. I thought this was NEMA 14s. 100 PI sheets were spars. Close. Close. That's it. More carbon pot size. Pretty much, guess what printer? What printer? There are already PI sheets for another printer. Who here can guess what printer? So yeah, these are Roluhan motors. Spalls could be and still be functional. That happened afterwards. Monoprice, yeah, the Monoprice Select Mini. The original V0, when it was being designed, was with a 100 millimeter bed. And is it Greg or Timon? I can't remember one of them. Bought a whole bunch of 100 millimeter beds, Mike 6 beds. And then we changed to 120 because I'm like, hey, and I think I was the one who brought it up, was like, hey, the monoprice Select Mini already exists. It uses a 120 millimeter bed, therefore there's already aftermarket flex plates available, like spring steel flex plates. Let's go to that. And then, oh, okay, oh, hey, and then we can print all the Voron parts on it that we need to. So it's kind of like a chicken and egg thing. So. I think they are Honey Badger motors, but with Roluhan engraved as he... Oh, that's right. Roluhan is the one who designed the Rook. Yeah. Okay, so there you go. So that's... That took 5 minutes. What do you guys want to do now? So obviously I got to print all the parts still. The printer room, by the way, the downstairs, there's also another reason we're not down there. A bomb went off in there. Moving the bench up here, there was stuff on the bench. I was in the process of gently moving everything from off the bench to a place to put it, and then it accelerated very quickly because I didn't realize the shelf that I put in the bench isn't actually attached to the bench. So I promptly took the bench out of the room, and then I haven't been back in there to see how bad it is. So, yeah. It's no bueno. No bueno. What did I hit? No. I didn't break any printers. There were no printers on the bench. Luckily. No, there was no printers on the bench. There was a bunch of filament spools and a bunch of other stuff. So we're okay there. So more content. Yeah, no printers broke, so we're good there. Also, how many people? We got 266 people. Make sure you like the smash button. I'm not saying liking the smash button increases your odds and chance of winning the spool of filament when we do the giveaway, but it's not going to hurt. And at this point, are you willing to risk it? Now that I've mentioned it. Okay, so let's move this camera into a more friendly position for what we're about to do. That works. Cool. There we go. Okay, who wants to play with air tools? Y'all want to play with air tools? I got my yeah. Every lady's favorite, the Hitachi. It's a Hitachi. And it's loaded up. So we're good to go. Oh, Jeff gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers, Jeff. So I've already built the frame. We just got to clad it. So I've actually put planks on the bottom, and this is literally just some tongue and groove, like really cheap that I got at Home Depot today. Steve, hi Steve. So yeah. Are you supposed to do this side? I'm gonna do this. I want the flat side. Are you supposed to have the side with the groove out or the flat side out? I can't remember. I don't think it matters. Dealer's choice. Did you get my Discord? Music Dad, I did. At the moment, I don't think I know anything. Or I don't think I need anything, but I will let you know. Flat in. Okay, cool. Flat in. So it goes like this. And I'm gonna have the little tongue stick out because I really don't care. But first, let's put this top on because there's a top piece. Any side you want. Okay, cool. So I've got some top pieces that I already pre-cut. I already put the bottom on because the bottom is just regular wood because I totally did not buy enough of this and I didn't feel like going back. So I figured the sides that you don't see, I'll just leave whatever. Yeah. And then there's gonna be a huge gap because there's just gonna be a huge gap on this side because I kind of had to fudge a bunch of stuff in to make it work for where the plywood met and the way they put this box in. So it kind of is what it is. It do be like that though. It do be like that though. What is that noise? Huh. So that kind of goes there. That kind of goes there. And then, so I got 1.25" brad nails. I'm hoping my 6-gallon tank has enough that I don't have to charge it up during this. There we go. So, oh, I missed something. Dan, thank you for becoming a member. Groove out. Okay. I don't care about hiding the nails. Remember, it just gotta look good on camera. The noise canceling is, oh yeah, here, let me turn off the noise canceling, because turn off noise canceling, turn off the compressor. There we go. There we go. I should be able to peek now. Okay. There we go. Groove out. Yeah, because I normally have a compressor on. So because I want to give you guys the true experience of air tools, there we go. Much quieter. Oh yeah, no, this ain't bad. This one, here's the thing. Hi, I'm a dad and I do home stuff as a person who owns land. And by land, I mean a house in a subdivision. Do you not have a brad nailer? If not, go buy a brad nailer. You can get different size brad nail. I'm using 1.25". This takes up to 2 inch. These are super duper handy for like everything. Even like if you're just building little things, you just tack stuff together and whatever. Also, you can get ones that are do staples too. Now, I'm hoping the air compressor we don't need. I'm sitting at, it's a 6-gallon, and I'm still able to do 100 PSI. Good, because if I got to turn it on, then we got to deal with that. So I'm hoping I can leave it off. I'm hoping there's enough. But yeah, go buy. Let me turn the filters and everything back on. There we go, compressor and the noise canceling. Yeah, but yeah, these are super. Go get one. If you don't have one, go get one. They're really nice to have. Especially if you have to ever do trim work. Because they're just nice to have. Getting a battery operated. You can get battery. The thing is, I don't use it a ton, and I have an air compressor already. So it's kind of like, well, I could get an electric one, but I don't really need to. we go. And then I'll just put something over that with grates or whatever so you can get in there. Voila! Good enough. What's your preferred battery-driven brand? I never use a battery-driven one. Everyone I use, the only one I got is this one. And I got this one because that's what I got. So I got to do a little movie magic here because I got to actually record for the build reno series. I forgot to record me stapling these on because I recorded myself building the box, but I didn't record the brad nailing. So I've got to like fudge it. There we go. B-roll. There we go. There we go. It's empty. That means I can, no. But yeah, brad nailers are super, super nice to have. So if you don't have one, go get one because they're really nice to have. Need a family picture of the box. Air-driven tools are quite expensive if you factor in compressor and power usage. It's less impressive. If I was doing a ton of stuff, yes. But like that, I did my living room downstairs with this 6 years ago. That's what I bought this for. Actually, I got this as a gift. So I did the living room downstairs. I did the bathroom upstairs. I did the family room upstairs because I took all the trim off when I painted it because I had to repaint the trim. And then I've used this out here. I probably used this like 5 times. For using it for more than like 5 minutes, 5 times since I bought it. Or since I've had it in the past like 6-7 years. So yeah. Get some. But it is super nice to have. So now we have, where is that camera? Oh, there we go. Oh, shoot. Don't catch on that. Don't catch on that. There we go. So there we go. So there's that. So I'm going to put a piece of trim down there to hide it because that's kind of ugly as shit. And then up there, I got to go get a piece of plywood so I can put a piece of plywood over that. That way in the future, if I have to do any electrical, which involves running lines to the box, I can just take the plywood off instead of having to punch holes in the drywall. The noise cancel. Oh, you know what? The noise canceling probably is making it worse because it is. Let me turn noise. Let me leave the compressor on, but turn the noise canceling off. There we go. The issue with the battery power ones, they die before homeowners get much use out of them because they spend so. Yeah, that's the thing with air compressor. You just and you can just keep. You don't have to charge batteries too. You just gotta, you know. But like, if I was ever doing anything here on stream, I would just put the air compressor outside the door. Not right now though, because it's hot as shit. Actually, I think it's hotter in here than it is outside. It's 81.5 Fahrenheit right now. So yeah, sound is better. You know what? The noise canceling on the shitty laptop plus echo was probably making it worse. Also, it now uses less resources. So I think we're gonna leave the noise canceling off. Battery power is fine if you use a, like here's the thing, I wanna get a T50 stapler, because I have a stapler. Have you seen my stapler? Have you seen, oh shit, actually. So I've got a shitty little stapler that I use for when I have to, you know, staple things. But this uses like the really shitty staples. Wow, that actually went in pretty good. The small ones, I'd like to get a proper T50 one, and I am tempted to get an electric one for that. Oliver, it's looking good. It is. It's getting there. It's getting there. The benches are really nice. Like, let me try and simulate the camera angle you may see when I actually do content. It would be something like this. So this would be moved back a bit. I can't move it now because the wheels are all locked. But it'd be something like this, where this would be angled a bit more. We'd be building on this. The computer would be over there. I wouldn't have a laptop on here, which hopefully I don't knock this off. The computer would be over there, so I'd have this whole bench here. I'd have all my tools in the bench. I'd be in focus. Hi, camera, focus on me. There we go. You would see the back, this would be in the background, there'd be stuff. And then the thing with this is, I can move this around. So if we were doing something where I want all the printers in the background, well then I would just, you know, have the camera over here and just have the bench here. And then that would be in the background. Like, you see what I mean? So I have options by having a mobile workstation. We have options. So that is something that will be nice. Lots of self-install options. Yeah. So to fix the echo, just grow the beard up more. Actually, I got to get the beard cleaned up tomorrow when I get the haircut. This is getting bad. It has a quiet compressor. That's a Mastercraft Maximum 1.5 horsepower, 6 gallon, or 6 gallon? Yeah, it's a 6 gallon. I bought it because it was on sale. 20 amp runs? Yeah, 20 amp. So I've got two 20 amp circuits in here to draw from, plus the 15 that's already in here. Paint the door a different color if it's in, oh, I will. The door it's white because it was beige and I was doing the trim and it was annoying the hell out of me because it was so shittily done. So I painted it white just so it's clean. But I'm gonna paint it, I think I'm gonna paint it like an olive, because I don't want it to stand out too much, but I do want it to be an accent. So like something like orange would be cool, but everyone and their grandmother has orange involved with 3D printing, so we're not doing orange. So I'm thinking like an OD green or something. Won't recognize me at Murph if I trim. So I'm not gonna trim it off. Can I actually? Oh wow, that hit the camera. Please do same. No, I'm not doing the same as the wall color. Colors from the Nero logo. No, because the logos change over time. I'm actually tempted to redo the logo again. I like this logo, but how do I word this? I'm trying to do a more, try the Brad Naylor, I can't. I want a more professional logo that I can put on like a hat or on a golf shirt when I go to like events. Because I need to figure out how to make Formnext happen. Because I've got the logistics are okay to go to Formnext. It's the financials I need to sort out. Am I going to color match the wall sockets? No, they're going to be white because that's what color they are. They need to stand out a bit. Remember, everything looks. There's going to be shelves and everything all over this. Like, this is not going to be as open as it is. But I'm Nero and I'm in 3D. Yeah, the only reason it's Nero is because this YouTube channel is like legacy from my World of Warcraft account, which is legacy from my StarCraft account, which is legacy from my first email, because my family computer had Nero burning ROM on it, and I thought that sounded cool. And that's why we're using the word name Nero. Hi, my name is actually Taylor. So, Formnext covered by this, $2. Thank you, that'll get me to Germany. Put stickers, I will. What I wanna do is get like a sheet of acrylic, dark tinted acrylic, so you can see light through it, but not much. And then I'm gonna put a plywood behind it, but have it like, the plywood be like an inch smaller than the the acrylic sheet, and then cover that with LEDs, like run like a string of neopixels around it, so it does like an underglow lighting effect. And then I'm gonna put that on the door, and then I'm gonna sticker bomb it with, like, every time I get stickers from whatever, they go on the door. So. But Taylor, so you have the same ring. No, there's a reason I don't use my name, Taylor's Garage. No, because too many people, like, I try to not follow the trend. There's already people who do garage, like have garage. There's already Dad's Garage. There's already Tripod's Garage. I'm not harping the name. It's just I prefer my own, like, thing, tailor-made. No, because then I get sued. The logo has a story behind it. The logo, the name has a story behind it, because the YouTube channel is actually, every now and then YouTube will, like, put the original URL. It's Neroga, N-E-R-O-G-A. If you go on my channel, go all the way back to 2006, there's World of Warcraft videos, because that was what my World of Warcraft character was called, and I created my YouTube account so I could upload World of Warcraft videos. There's like 1 or 2 still on there. And then it was Nero Eve Online for a bit, or Nero Eve, because I played Eve Online for a bit. Then it was Nero 1911 for a while, because I used to do USPSA and IPSC. I've taken all those videos off, so you don't see them anymore, because I have to, because YouTube don't like it to pew-pew. So it was Nero 1911 for a long time. And actually, if you started watching this channel way back when I first started doing 3D printing stuff and Voron stuff, it still was Nero 1911. And then I changed to Nero 3DP, and then I dropped the P. So now it's just Nero 3D. Do I still play WoW? No. I played Classic for like 3 or 4 months when it first came out for Phase 1 and Phase 2, and that was about it. Officially a gaming channel then. Technically, like, after Murph, we're going into Minecraft. Like, we're pivoting to a Minecraft channel. This is all for Minecraft and also VR chat. Why do you think I have so much room here? We're gonna be doing VR chat as well. I'm gonna be a VTuber. Ooh woo. Do I still play Eve? No. I stopped playing Eve ages ago. Because spreadsheets and space was taking up way too much of my time. Although I played Eve in 2 bunches. The first time I played was for like a year, and I was a low-sec pirate. I can't remember what core I was in. Shadow Assassin? No, the Shadow Assassins was my PlanetSide guild. PlanetSide 1. I'm trying to remember what my EVE Online core was. But anyways, I was low-sec pirate for like a year around Old Man Star. And then I quit for like a year, and then I came back, and then I played for like another year in a 0-sec alliance, and I can't remember when. This was like 2010 to 2013-ish. Shadow Cartel, I can't remember. When you do figure a name, hit me up. We can do the logo. Star Rose, if you want to take a shot at use the existing name Nero 3D, I'm sticking with the name probably for a while, but I need new logos. I'm tempted to do. I want to try. I need an Only Benchy Yacht Club logo. That's what I need. I need the Only Benchy Yacht Club logo, because I need to redo the merch. I need more merch. So yeah. Family versus gaming. No, because I stopped gaming a lot when I got into USPSA and IPSC. That ate up a lot of my free time. And then family got rid of that one, because that was not a cheap hobby. when you're going through 10,000 rounds of 40 cal in a summer, it's just, it ain't cheap. Favorite class? I played Mage way back, and then I played Paladin on the second go around. Philip, $2. Formnext fun. You need to see Germany. Those are euros, so that's going to be closer. What I need to do is schedule it so I can hop over to Prusa, so I can do 2 for 1. Give AI a shot at the logo. I don't trust AI. I don't trust AI. Paladins rock best tank. Not in Classic. Get a black and white SVG. Yeah, I do need that. I got to CNC some stuff too. What's IPSC? International Practical Shooting Coalition Competition, and USPSA. USPSA is the American version of IPSC, and then IDPA, International Defensive Pistol Association. And they're competitive pew pew involving hand gats. But yeah. Oh, there we go. That's good. Am I going to Smurf? I would love to go to Smurf. Okay, the problem with Smurf and Formnext, at least Formnext, I think I got it sorted out, logistics on how to go. I just need the financials sorted out. The problem with Smurf is it's also on the other side of the ocean. And if I'm going to Smurf, I'm doing Rockstar Weekend, where it's like fly out Friday, fly home Monday. Because the problem with Smurf is it's like blackout period for my wife. It's both those are really close together, and both of those are expensive. Smurf, I can get more content out of Formnext, especially if I could somehow figure out how I can get over to Prusa at the same time, like during the same time over there. So that way I can kind of justify that trip and the expenses from that trip more. So. Pine Cell or TS100? TS100. Pine. I've never used a Pine Cell. I have a TS100. How do I like the shirt? I like it. Fabrico made them for me. He made a few of them for me. I'm not a huge fan of like giant graphics like this. This one's holding up okay, but usually this like feels kind of weird, like because it's a big print-on graphic. Yeah. You're the guy that made it. Oh, well, it is nice. It's just the graphic is huge and shiny, but it's actually holding up pretty good, which is good. And yes, I know I'm looking over there and the camera's there. It's because chat's there. I need to figure out how to put chat on the camera. What I really want to get is one of those Zach Friedman eye thingies, so I can see chat wherever I'm looking at. But those are stupid expensive just to display chat. So Pine Cell is better. Does the Pine Cell heat up as quick as a TS100? Because the TS100 heats up really quick. Because I'm feeding 24 volts to mine. So yeah, okay, that's good. What are we gonna do now? This actually, we're not even. I've already built the box. I've already unboxed the Honey Badger kit. Oh, there we go. Here's some stuff for you. Sparta 3D sent some goodies over today. So if you're in Canada, Sparta 3D, they sell filament and Voron parts and other things. I've got Sparkle Lime. Oop. I got some PC AVS Sparkle Lime. We've got Sparkle Obsidian Black Nylon. Sparkle Obsidian Black Nylon. Ooh. I don't know if the sparkles won't show up. It might show up a little. And then, what is this? Sparkle Dark Orange ASA. I'm kind of tempted to use this. I saw this earlier, and I'm kind of tempted to use this for the Rook. You know, I think the Rook, they actually do recommend PLA. But, yeah, that's some nice. So, yeah, so that showed up today along with the kit. How did the TMT bust? Here, I'll show you. So we printed this on the Saturday stream. Well, we started the print and it finished like Sunday night or something. I don't know. So this was the, it's an is this an Eastman? Yeah, it's an Eastman model. So we printed this on the Prusa, the Mark III. It is getting warm in here. It is getting warm in here. What are we gonna do? I need something to do. Shit. What are we gonna do? You know what? Screw it. I'm gonna grab the Prusa and print something. We need to do something. Yeah. Are you plugged in still? You are plugged in. Yeah. Let's get the Prusa over here. So I need to go. I was kind of disappointed. I hit up the Habitat for Humanity Restore because I was hoping to buy a bunch of stuff. Like I had a shopping list of things I wanted to buy, and they didn't have as much as I was hoping. I was hoping to get like shop lights. I was hoping to get like breaker bars, like they have like, you know, the bars with all the outlets. I was hoping to get like 2 of those, some trim, I was hoping to get more. They only have like their selection. There's a ton of stuff there, but it's like flooring. I was looking at getting flooring there because I was just gonna get the cheap vinyl, like 99 cents a square foot, and just cover the floor in that and call it a day. The problem is it's all like one box of this, or like, so I was hoping to get a lot more, and I kind of didn't. Firmware crash detected, cool. Sorting files, what are we gonna print? What's on here? Print from SD. I have me. Why do I have, what is me? Let's print me. There we go. We're printing me, apparently. Rook's in the box right here. So, Rook, whole kit. But we gotta print all the parts for it. Print Rook parts. If you think this laptop can slice something while we're streaming, you have high hopes. This thing doesn't have high hopes. I'm getting hungry though. Flight might be cheaper, imagine rental car and fuel. What? Rental car, oh yeah, it'd probably be cheaper to fly from wherever Formnext is at to Prague. Have I looked at, I've looked at it. It's kind of cool. The thing is, I don't do speed printing. So, I like the aesthetics of the Rook more, personally. And the Rook has kits, so we're building a Rook. Only someone send you a laptop. Somebody sent me this laptop, actually, and it actually has been really good. It's just, it's not really designed for streaming. If I had a laptop with like a GPU in it, oh, that would be great. But then also, if it's a laptop, I can't plug in a capture card. I gotta use USB capture cards, which are always a little Anton, $20 funding a flight from Frankfurt to Prague. We'll see if Papa Joe wants a visitor. What do I have? I got my fridge out here, but I got no food out here. Monster. I think I'm doing fish tonight. I think I'm doing fish and rice. Train is only, so want to know what really sucks? Because I did start looking into Formnext. So if I were to fly into Frankfurt for Formnext, I have to fly out of Frankfurt. Because they actually look, I'm like, oh hey, I fly into Frankfurt for Formnext. I spend some time at Formnext, and then I somehow get my butt over to Prague, and then I fly home from Prague. No, that like doubles the price of a ticket, because you have to fly round trip. You can't just get one ticket into Frankfurt and one ticket back from Prague. You have to fly out where you flew in. Papa Joe visited Joel. That was also, again, while Prusa was doing their PUGs, Prusa user group meetups. So he was already in the area when he went to Joel's, because that was a while ago. Actually, no. Maybe it was just the way, I was just doing it on Google. I was just looking up flights on Google, so. But it was like, I looked, if I buy a ticket one way into Frankfurt, it costs like 80% as much for just one ticket as a round trip. So, It's just really expensive. Yeah. Two-way ticket to Frankfurt, Prague is about €250, 1 hour flight. That's not bad. Everything connects through Frankfurt. Taking a train from Frankfurt to Prague should be an option. Yeah, it's just the logistics. I'd rather, if I was flying back from Prague, I'd rather just fly back from Prague instead of fly from Prague to Frankfurt to home, if you get what I mean. That name, no. Personally, I don't like the name the 100. I think it's very, because especially apparently it prints faster than 100 now. It just, I don't think the name, it's not, I don't know. It's just a personal thing. For extra price round trip, maybe $5 match shaming. So yeah, so I got to figure that out. Like, I got to talk to Joel because he probably knows more about it, that kind of thing. Because I got to figure out the logistics of like, how do I like? Do I need an invitation to get into Formnext? I have no idea. So sales are above 100K. Cool. The 100 is a TV show. It is. Asked to change the return ticket should be more reasonable. What am I printing? I don't know. It's something on the SD card called Nero 3D. I'm assuming it's a statue of me. Because there is a statue of me. There is a model of me. Chelsea did one. So. So there we go. People are entering for the draw. That's good. Formnext is easy to get. I'm assuming. So, Puget System sponsor Taylor. Honestly, if Puget wants, I know Home Depot sponsors people, but I don't know if I have the pull for a Home Depot sponsorship. But if any company wants to sponsor a computer build for out here, let me know. Elgato, I need a computer out here. I need cameras out here. I need a stream deck out here. I need sound. Like, I don't want to, like, the DJI system I'm using now, this is my travel system. And for videos. So I normally leave this set up on my camera. So I know it's not a thing, and I know people are probably like, why is he complaining about that? I hate moving setups. Like, the fact that I had to, like, I got the A5100 here. This is normally the overhead cam downstairs. The fact that I had to climb up on my bench, take it off the wall, it is super bloody annoying that I find. And now I gotta go put it back. So it's like, I hate tearing down a setup to set it up somewhere else and then tear it down there and put it back. Because the problem with streaming setups, you have to have HDMI cables mounted. A lot of them are micro HDMI. Micro HDMI breaks so easily. That's why, like, on here, it's zip tied. The adapter, that's why I use these adapters, the full size to micro HDMI. So what you do is you zip tie it in place so it never moves, and you don't want to plug it in and out as many times because they break. And then once they break, it's done. You can't fix it. So it's like that, and then you have dummy batteries. Like, it's a pain. It's a pain. That was the reason I bought the A6400. I have an A6400 and I have an A6300. The A6300 stays on the wall for streaming downstairs. And the A6400 is in a cage and it is just for videos because it's super annoying to switch them. Evo Steve, 1169, cheers. As a little celebration of finishing my first Voron, 2.4 by LDO. Thanks for all the inspiration to rejoin the channel. Little American Donuts, more coming. Cheers. Hope the videos helped. You can't fix it, just not fun. Yeah, I know. Anything I should do or double check before software installation? Garrett, there is a, if you go on the Voron website, okay, let's see, is it this one? Yeah, so go to the Voron Design website. Go to documentation. And then there's like, where is it? The build. There's like checklists here, like first print, initial startup. Like, just go through this. Just go through that. That pretty much covers pretty much everything. Matt Shammy, $2. Cheers. Do you want a 6-button stream deck? That is not enough. I need at least the 15 because you think about it. You have 2 cameras, I'll have 3 cameras in the setup out here that I want to do. So 3 cameras, along with, you know, punch in on the main one. We'll have 2 punch-ins. So we got 3 cameras plus 2, so that's 5, plus maybe another one with a punch-in. Plus there's waiting, there's mute, there's like 6 buttons is not enough. I have this guy still. Remember, we built this guy. I brought him out here. It doesn't work. I got to reflash it because I think I wiped the firmware. But remember, we built this, the 8-button one. This isn't enough. I need like the 15 one minimum. Emo Steve gifted 5 community memberships. Cheers. And Argonaut, thank you for becoming a member. Would I build my own Stream Deck with an old keyboard or something? I've done that. I did a video on it. I built an 8-key one, and I could probably build a bigger one. I have a keyboard. I've got that little micro keyboard that I built. I could do that. Like, there's nothing stopping me from doing that. It's just, you know, the Steam Deck, it's just nice because it's got the LCD buttons and everything's clearly labeled, and you can easily change stuff, and it's all configurable. It's a quality of life thing. Yeah, Taryn uses 3. Taryn is also a monster at video editing. I have a speed deck. I've got a DaVinci Resolve speed deck, and I barely use half of that the way I'm supposed to. Yeah, Stream Deck is the Stream Deck is just, it's a quality of life thing. Like, yeah, I can make my own keyboard and just print different keycaps for all the different commands, and I can do that. But if I need to change anything and it's like, okay, well that's that now, and then like there's no indicator for like mute and unmute. So remember how many times I would mute myself on here? At least with the Stream Deck, I see that I'm muted. So it's integrated. Yeah, it integrates with like OBS and Spotify. So I can have like pause music, like it's just a quality of life thing. It's just a quality of life thing. I have a Stream Deck XL so I can play stupid sounds on Discord. Yeah, you can do that. I don't use any of that. If you notice this channel, we don't have stupid things flying all over the screen that blocks your view, and we don't have sound effects. Although, I probably will get a TTS set up. I probably will be trying to set up TTS in a bit once we're out here, just so I don't have to, if I don't miss something in chat really important, put it that way. So like if somebody super chats, it'll say it. 18 months, I want some more content. I want to look at the next blaster. I don't want to look at anything on this laptop while we're streaming. Trying to load up the Voron site was kind of chugging. But it's called the Cynthia, right? Cynthia Blaster. So remember how we built the blaster, the Nerf blaster? Apollo is sending, I think you're giving me the kit at Murph. We're building another one, and this is it. It's a bolt action. And apparently it's gonna have a really powerful spring in it. So this is what we're gonna be building. And yes, we'll be doing it on stream. Why do I have dog hair in here? But yeah, so. Can we play a video? Let's. Emperor TTS, what is Emperor? Where'd the baby go? The baby's downstairs. It's too hot for the baby out here. Is CAN bus umbilical? I think, honestly, nowadays it's a lot nicer. I haven't played with CAN bus in a while. Yeah, I still got to drill a hole in the wall and get an Ethernet cable out here, so that's gonna be fun. Don't let Calvin near that one. So yeah, how's the print going? It's printing. It's an older print, but it checks out. 82.6 degrees Fahrenheit in here. Here, let's put this here so you guys can see how hot it's getting in here. Bring back the baby. I don't think we have the overhead and rendering capacity for the baby. So, yeah. Humidity. Oh yeah, that's another thing. Like there's going to be all the printers out here are pretty much going to be enclosed printers for the most part. It's hot out here. It's hot up here. Now, please change that to metric. Go. Once I get a mini split out here, that will help a lot with the humidity. The mini split will help a lot with the humidity, I think, because it's an air conditioner. It conditions the air. So that will help a lot. But like right now, it's, you know, it's hot and sunny out, and yeah. I gotta redo all the weather stripping on this door. It is so gone. White balance. What white balance? I can swim through the air. Is smaller solar system a thing? Is small solar systems a thing in Canada? I mean, like, we're part of the solar system. Canada is on Earth, so yeah. Smaller. I'm assuming you're asking about like home residential. In some provinces, yes. The thing is, Ontario, our provincial government. In Canada, a lot of things are actually provincial level in terms of laws and whatnot. So a lot of things like rebates too are provincial, and our current conservative government are shit. So they've got rid of a lot of the rebates that made like home solar and EVs practical. So yeah. So it costs so much, it's not worth it. Plus, I don't like the idea of putting solar panels on my roof, simply for the fact is my house wasn't built with solar panels in mind. Fun fact, if your house is on fire and you have solar panels, a lot of the time fire departments won't go in your house because your roof might not be designed to handle the weight. And truss systems, like, you know, the prefabricated framing that they do for roofs, where they just use those plates to hold the wood together, they fail a lot quicker when they're under load of several hundred pounds of solar panels, or 1,000 pounds of solar panels on your roof. And when they heat up, they fail a lot quicker. So it's actually kind of a big risk if your house catches fire and you have solar panels. So there are times when fire departments won't go in a house. They'll just let it burn. So, yeah. Fun fact. Yeah, one of my instructors in my civil engineering class was he worked at a company that he actually worked for a company that did the prefabricated truss systems for roofing, and that was something they had to keep in mind. We build houses from brick and mortar. Well, yeah, Sanity, because it's like, you know, back in the old country. Building house community. Well, it's because it won't happen in Europe. Yeah, but your house, you know, your house is like so old, there's like, I don't know. It's Europe. I like being able to like open my door and not be like directly in my neighbor's yard. Last week there was a house with a solar panel farm. I had to keep everything wet and 100 houses were evacuated. Okay, that I don't know. That's kind of weird. Check with the experts. We have a thing called spent. We have that thing here. It's just, you know, we have to insulate the hell out of our houses because winters are a lot worse here, and it's a lot easier to insulate a house when you have, you know, wood construction. It's also cheap because, you know, trees are like a potato. You just grow them. So pine is dirt cheap, it grows fast, and you could frame a house in a day or two. Like when they do subdivision construction, they just have guys go down the street just knocking houses up in a day or two, like framing them. Like you can frame a house really quick out of wood. You do realize we build new houses here. Is the Polymaker contest form working? It is. You may need to hit refresh. Oh, sorry, there's a problem. Please reload. What? Yeah, it's working. Easier to plumb. Easier to run electrical, easier to insulate. So. My 120 has 2.4 with 1-inch hardwood and 3/4-inch plywood for the walls. Ooh. Yeah, see, I could have covered these walls with plywood instead of drywall. That way I could mount something to anywhere on the wall, but I like the look of drywall. I like this look. And yes, I could have put plywood and then drywall on top of it. That's too much work, F that. And cost. Better Wi-Fi. And you get better Wi-Fi when your house isn't built out of rock. Open air house are great for that. Keep the temperatures inside pretty consistent even without. See, the problem is that works when your climate's relatively consistent. Like right now, it goes from anywhere in the mid 30s in the summer to like -15 to 20 in the winter. So it's nice to, you know, have R70 in the ceiling. See progress. Yep, I did show it off at the beginning, but for the people who are new here, we've got a webcam that doesn't work. 1 second here. No, it's dead. 1 second here. You go in there. Oop. Dead, Jim. Oh, well, it's actually dead. Little momento, por favor. There we go. There's that. There we go. Okay. Cool. Okay. So that under there is the bench that was in the printer room. I took it upstairs, and then I have this 6-foot knockoff butcher block countertop on top, and that toolbox is holding it all in place. So that's just, I wanted to see where it sits. So I'm gonna build an actual proper table for it, but for now it's just sitting on the bench. And then that bench is probably gonna go over here. So we have that, and then I picked up another countertop at the Restore, the Habitat for Humanity Restore, and I cut it down to size so that it fits under the door, because normal countertops are like 25 inches. I only have 19 inches here, so I had to like rip the whole bottom off of it so that it would fit, so I can actually open the door. So that will go there, that one's gonna go there. This is actually gonna be up 2 or 3 more inches, just so it's at a better work height for like soldering and whatnot. So that's that. We built this box there. So I'm gonna put lattice or something in front of the electrical panel just to kind of visually hide it so it's not as ugly with all the wires and whatnot. We got the shelf there. We've got the tarp. That will be eventually plywood going to the ceiling once I can figure out how to get plywood here without having to pay for it to get delivered. And the floor is still concrete. And there's my toesies. So yeah. And I trimmed a lot of it too. So. Ooh, 29. It's getting hot in here. So I'm really hoping, I was gonna do it today, I forgot, I'll try and do it tomorrow, call about getting the attic insulated, because I'm really hoping the reason it's so hot in here is because my attic is not insulated at all. So basically, I've got a ceiling I've got 3/4 inch of drywall separating this room from an attic that's like 50 degrees Celsius. So I'm hoping once I insulate that, I'll get less heat transmission into the garage. And then I also got to insulate the garage door, but I'm not as concerned about the garage door in the summer because the garage door faces north. So the sun never beats on the garage door, so. It's printing me. I have a me model on there, so it's printing me. So. Should paint the outlet covers? No. Reject Doom Cube, place printer in attic. Where is, oh no, my ladder's over there, I don't want to get it. I was gonna say, I'll put a thermometer up there and see how hot it is, but it's hot up there. Like, I will be insulating the garage door, yes. So as the new person, hot tub streaming. Just change that hop from 0.4 to 0.3. That shouldn't have really changed much, but if it does, it does. So roll with it. And we build houses from that suck from a heating and cooling perspective. If they're super insulated, the houses will not have massive air con. Yeah, like the advantage of building your house so that it's insulated for like crazy cold winters is in the summer you don't have to run the air conditioning as much because the cool it's like a cooler. You put ice cubes in your cooler, everything in the cooler stays cold longer than if you put ice cubes in like a Tupperware container. So by having more insulation, even in the summer, that's an advantage. So like in the summer, because a lot of houses here are built with ventilated attics, your attic gets stupid hot because you got your asphalt shingles that are just baking all day. So your attic space gets hot. So for us, when we did the bathroom renovation, I had to drop the ceiling in the bathroom. And when I did that, the vapor barrier came with it because there was a bunch of mold issues up there because the people who built my house didn't hook the bathroom exhaust vent up to the vent. So there's supposed to be like a tube that brings the hot air up and out through a ceiling vent. When you take a shower, you run your exhaust. Yeah, it wasn't connected. So it just blew into the insulation. So there was moisture issues. So I had to drop the ceiling, replace all that. So I had to put more insulation up there. And when I did that, I had the guy come in to do the blown-in insulation. I bumped the ceiling up to like R70. Because it used to be, it was like R40 or R45 or something. Whatever code was in like 1999, I brought it up to current code and then some. And that was in the middle of summer. And even then, it cost me a couple $100 to do, but our AC costs went down because the house didn't need to run the AC as much. So. Like, put it this way, a good way to tell if your house needs more insulation in the ceiling is in the winter, go outside after it snows. There should be snow on your roof. If your house is melting the snow on your roof and you have a ventilated attic, or even if you don't have a ventilated attic, basically if your house itself is melting the snow on the roof, you are losing way too much heat. You need more insulation up there. So. What if it doesn't snow where you live? Even then, more insulation means less cooling loss. So, wish I could afford AC. Every house here has AC. Every central AC, central air. Every house around here has central air, pretty much. 60 cents a kilowatt. What? So, for reference, right now I live in Canada. My power is, I think, hydro. It's either hydro or nuclear. My wife pays the electricity bills, but in the summer, my electricity bill is anywhere from 150 to 200 Canadian. And that's with the AC running and if I'm printing a lot. So, in the winter, it's around 100. And again, a lot of printers and computers. But yeah, you pretty much every house around here has, because we have natural gas heating, so every house here has a furnace. So you already have the ductwork in, and natural gas is cheap here. So you already have the ductwork, so pretty much every house has AC as well. Icicles are bad. Yeah, you don't want icicles hanging. That means you don't have proper drainage. $69 in my house, and so as a wee lad, my room was above the garage. When I lived at home, my room was above the garage, which for anyone who has a house with the room above the garage is always the worst room when it comes to heating and cooling, because you have your garage, which is usually not heated or cooled, and you got heat going in or cold going in. So in the winter, my room was always colder than all the other rooms, and in the summer, it was always hotter. So I would always go turn the air conditioning on. And I'm like, it's hot in my room. And my mom would be like, when you pay the AC, you can turn the temperature to whatever you want. I pay for the AC now. My house is a friggin' ice box, and I don't care. It's worth it. I did the math. It's like if I kept my house at like the bare minimum to be not sweating bullets, compared to Icebox is like $20 a month. Because you're already running the AC. You're just running a little bit more. And it's like $20 a month more. And I'm like, you know what? Icebox it is. That's when you get it. My neighbor just did that. My neighbor across the street just put a mini split in. Like literally, I've talked about doing a mini split in this room. He literally just put one in. I was over there talking with him the other day. It's like, yeah, I bought it on Amazon for like $1,000. It took me like a day and a half to install it. It's easy. So I probably will be doing a mini split out here. I got to figure out where the unit's going to go. So power's easy because I could just run a 220 armored line. Ooh. Did I unplug that? There we go. So I'm just going to run a 220 from there. What are you? Where's your shirt?
I take it off. What do I do? What?
Use sunscreen.
Oh, you're putting sunscreen on? Oh, put on sunscreen. Nice.
Which, disappointing. They're watering the grass using water for the stuff.
So the splash pad is closed? Oh no! Oh, that sucks. No, he must have been disappointed. Oh, poor guy. You always complain about shipping in Canada to get cheap internet. That's true. So the wife went to take the little guy to the splash pad at the park, which is right next to the school. They were watering the grass in the park. And I guess when they water the grass in the park, it uses the water from the splash pad. So the splash pad wasn't on because they were using the water. Need a permit to install one over here. Yeah, you like in Ontario, you are allowed to do your own electrical work. So I installed all the wires. I ran all the wires and I put the breaker in. And what you do is once it's installed, you get a licensed electrician to come and inspect it and sign off on it and get the proper permits and everything. But you are allowed to do your electrical yourself. And I've did everything up to code, and I did everything as you're supposed to. But anyways, I would either put it would either be on this wall. It would probably be on this wall, because then I could just run a 220 from boom, boom, and I'm done. The only thing is I got to figure out where to put the actual like condenser unit, which would probably be on this wall outside, because on this side I don't really have the room. So. But yeah, you are allowed to do your own electrical here. You just need to get it permitted and inspected, which, yep, already done. Good to go. 68 cents a kilowatt hour here. 68 cents a kilowatt. How much is power in Europe? If we're paying 68 cents kilowatt hour, how much are the Europeans paying? 8.31? What the frick? I thought you guys had like a shit ton of nuclear and it was like cheap. $0.17 per kilowatt. Germany. Oh yeah, Germany got rid of it. Yeah. Ooh, stream from the rush. Yeah, KB3D, and we're almost about to hit 30 Celsius. Although I don't know if you can hear it. I have a fan that's literally blasting me right now to try and keep it cool. So at least I got that going for me, which is nice. This is all twisted. 16 cents in Minnesota. America. There we go. Printer beside me is a space heater. Well, I also have one on the wall over there. I actually have a this one. I have one right there. I don't know if you can see it. I got one sitting on the shelf right there. Yeah, it's also 29.2. So I've got this one. This is usually the one I kept in the printer room, and I brought it up here, so I had something out here. But then I bought that one, so I have one out here all the time too. So. I charge my electric motorcycle at work. There you go. Let me actually check it here. Hydro 1. Fun fact, because so much of our electricity in Ontario is actually hydro, water generated, we actually I get a hydro bill. Because it's like Hydro 1 is my water, or is my power supplier, the company's called Hydro 1. Yeah, June 15th, $140.11. View my bill. Can I see it here? Or do I gotta sign in? I gotta log in. I don't wanna log in. Download. Open. Yeah. So $140 was my last power bill for the month of May. Was it Comfort Inn you mentioned having booking issues? I think it was Quality Inn. It was Quality Inn. How many kilowatts? I don't know. I have to like log in, which I don't think I've ever logged in, so I have to like create an account. Cries in electrical floor heating. Ooh. It's not bad considering printers and everything. No, in the winter it's around $100. We run the AC a lot in the summer, just because it's comfier. Yeah. The delivery charge, yeah. Yeah, our government kind of screws us for that. Am I going to eat Penguin Point at what is Penguin Point? What is Penguin Point? I think the largest power bill I ever paid was actually my wife pays the power. I pay the mortgage. I want to say it was over 200. I've paid a bill over 200 before. We've had a bill over 200, but I think that was the month I was paying. Yeah, it was July last year because it was hot as shit. We had the air conditioner running like every day, and I printed like a ton that month because I was doing like the Mando armor, and so it was all ABS. So yeah, 400. Oof. Penguin Point is famous for their tenderloin sandwiches. Okay, I've never heard of it. As a South African, what is electricity? Load shedding here. Oh, you get brownouts, that sucks. That's just electricity. My water bill's like $20 a month. Usually not a lot. We don't have a pool. I don't water my grass. I shower. Like, we don't use a ton of water. Except when filling up my LTC store water bottle. Fish tanks running. Oh God. See, my mom has a pool. It's gas heated. The water is like always like 80 plus. So her gas and electricity bills are insane. Spilled my pool here water. Okay, you want to hear what's something funny about the water company called You Got a Leak? Okay, so you know my brand new Subaru Crosstrek? Guess what's in the shop right now? So there's actually shipping damage to it. There was a ding in the door. It happened during shipping. They're fixing it free. They threw in a bunch of stuff to like offset it. So I got like several $100s in free stuff and then a bunch off a bunch of other stuff. So I'm fine with it. Shit happens during shipping. It came from Japan. Something happened. So there was a ding in the door. Oh, KB3D gifted 10 community memberships. Cheers. So right now I have an Outback. They gave me an Outback. A fully loaded Outback with the turbo. I like the turbo. It's a tease. They know what they're doing. They put you in the better car so that, you know, oh, hey, maybe you should, you know, your wife's car is like 6 years old now. Maybe you should upgrade. No. Anyways, so the Crosstrek's getting the ding fixed in the door. It's just a little ding. Whatever. They're fixing it. but my car has like the monitoring system. So like, you know, if it needs windshield wiper fluid, it tells you on the app and all that. They took the door off. So it's like, hey, your blind spot, I get an email, I get a text last night from the app at like 4:30 in the afternoon. Hey, your failure in your blind spot system, and then this failed, and this failed. I'm like, they're taking the door off the car to fix the ding, or they're doing whatever, and they're unplugging everything, and the car's freaking out because it's like my sensors aren't working. So. Oh, they ruined your new car experience. You know what? I will say though, the Outback, while it does have a nice turbo. It's got the 2.5 liter boxer with the turbo, so it's like 260 horse. So if you floor it, it goes. I like the Crosstrek's handling more. The Crosstrek feels so much lighter. What's with the box around the electrical panel? That looks like. Oh, it's just literally 2x2s. And this camera died. Why does this camera keep dying? There we go. Okay, well, screw the frame rate. It's a static image. So all it is just 2x2 frame. 2x2 frame, and then just some tongue and groove, cheap tongue and groove that I bought at Home Depot that I didn't buy enough of. And then I'm just gonna put like lattice or something in front of it, because by code you're not allowed to. Technically you're not even supposed to do what I'm doing, but it has to be fully accessible, and you're technically not supposed to cover it up. Well, everyone does, but it has to be able to breathe because there's heat in there. So you don't want to seal it up. So I'm just going to put like a piece of lattice in front of it, like some mesh or something, just so you don't see it. It doesn't stand out as much. So one day I'll have a WRX. I had a car. I had a Focus. Now, granted, the Crosstrek is pretty much the same as a Focus in terms of interior space, but it is a little bit higher, which is nice. What's the proofs of the kit? No, this is a Mark III. This is a Mark III. I'm waiting on my Mark IV. Now 303.15K in Taylor's garage. What? Joel Goldberg. Where'd Joel? Oh, Joel. Yeah, Joel got a WRX. My new Subaru last year with 200 miles was totaled just before Murph was so sore from the airbags when the startup app told me the next day that the airbag system was faulty. Oh. See, the problem is, like, okay, so you when you get a new car, when you buy insurance, I'm sure they have it in the States, but in Canada you get what's called a limited waiver of depreciation. So that means if your car gets totaled within like the first 3 years of ownership on a new vehicle, you get what you paid for your car, not its depreciated value. So if your car, so you've got a new car, I'm hoping they basically covered you for a new car, but the waiting period, that's the problem. Like, I ordered this car in late March, and I got it like end of last month. So yeah, they paid you back. So yeah, gap insurance. See, in Canada we call it a limited waiver of depreciation. So, but it's for the first 3 years you own the vehicle. In the event of a total loss, you get the value paid for the vehicle, not its depreciated value. And yes, I was an insurance broker for 3 years, so I know all about it, at least up here. Had to wait 9 months. Ugh. So were you did they cover a rental vehicle for 9 months? Unboxing the Rook. Chris, you did. We unboxed it near the beginning of the stream. It took like 10 minutes. There ain't much in that kit. 3 weeks. Oh, that sucks. So you had to buy, then they booted. Yeah, that sucks. So what did you do? You just bought like a ship box for a couple months? That sucks. Or do you just buy another car from another company or just another one on the lot? That sucks. Oh, you had a car. Okay, so that's good. Yeah, so speaking of, so when I brought in the Crosstrek, he bought it at Jeep Avenger. I would never buy a Fiat Chrysler, especially an electric Fiat Chrysler. But you do you. Jeep people love Jeeps. It's a Jeep thing. When I brought my Focus in, I traded it in at the dealership. I got $2,000 for it, and that was kind of pushing it. So I talked to the sales guy because I ran into him when I was dropping off my car for them to fix the ding, and he's like, by the way, that car needs like $10,000 to get safetied. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah, so your air conditioning compressor was gone, all your ball joints are gone, your suspension pretty much needs to be replaced. The tires are good, the brakes are good, because I did those 2 years ago. The engine has an issue, and the whole exhaust system needs to be, is leaking. So to get it safety would require like $10,000 in work. So they're just gonna auction it, and they'll probably get like $500 for it. So I'm like, okay. We must order an electric car. Why do you have to get an electric car? Like, I would love an electric car, don't get me wrong. The problem is, the cheapest electric car in Canada, it has a sticker price of $46,000. My Subaru Crosstrek had a sticker price of $32,000. So that's, for the cheapest of electric car, I could get a Subaru Crosstrek that has way more features and comfortable ride and is bigger than the cheapest electric car. And I could also get like, what, $14,000 in gas. And it's pretty fuel efficient. So that's the problem with electric cars. They're not cheap enough. They're nowhere near cheap enough for them to be viable. Because you can just buy a cheap car and a shit ton of gas. Okay, 8 years. Well, it depends on the price. Here's the thing, though. If you were already looking to spend $60,000 on a vehicle, it kind of makes sense at that point. But if you're like me, where it's like a car is a tool, I need to get from A to B. What is the most economical vehicle? Yeah, I could bought a shittier car for cheaper, but like that's the thing. If you're already looking to drop 60, 70 grand on a vehicle, electric makes sense, especially if you have short commutes. And also if you already have another vehicle in your household that's like an ICE vehicle, so that can do the long distance trips. Because if you're just doing like, I drive to work and back and it's just me in the vehicle and I want to spend 50 grand on a vehicle, yeah, a Model 3 or an Ioniq 5 or something like that makes sense. No, it hasn't standard. Actually, JK Tech, it looks like they're going with the Tesla. GM, or was it Ford? Ford just said they're going to have electric, their vehicles are going to work on the Tesla charging network. Rivian just said their vehicles are going to work on the Tesla charging. So it looks like the Tesla charging network will be the predominant one. That Crosstrek has 65,000? What? Hybrids are a good compromise. Here's the thing with a hybrid. Now you have two power systems that can fail. It's like turbos. Now you have another thing that can blow up in your engine. I like simple. Paid $50K for my Tacoma. I drove a Tacoma in Colorado. Now granted, it was a fully base model 2-wheel drive one. I hated it. Yeah, hybrids haven't seen. I actually originally was looking at getting a hybrid Maverick, a hybrid Ford Maverick. And they're like, yeah, in 2 to 3 years. And I'm like, no. And then I was like, what about a regular Maverick? And they're like, 8 months to a year. And I'm like, cool. The summer's coming and my air conditioning doesn't work. And I don't want to spend $600 on a new compressor. Hybrids were good for a short period to get tax. Yeah, see, here in Ontario, we don't get any like write-offs. You get like 4 or 5 grand from the federal government for an EV, and that's about it. How much did I wait on the Subaru? I ordered it late March and I got it at the end of May, like the last week of May. And so far I put 1 tank of gas in it and I got, no joke, 666 kilometers before I put gas in it. So, and I feel it's got a 16-gallon tank, I think. And I'm getting 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers, whatever that is in gallons. What is liters per km to mpg? So I'm getting, what is it, 9.2 liters per 100 kilometers? No, that can't be right. So 22 miles per gallon? No, that can't be right. Actually, I think it is because I do city driving. It does better on the highway. I mean, it's like 8 point something. I don't know. Most of the driving I do is very short. That's why. What I'm going to do is when I go to Murph, when I drive to Murph this Friday, I'm going to like reset it and see how it does on there. Because like we had an Edge last summer when the Focus was broken. Yay, warranty. Warranty on a 10-year-old car. I doubled the mileage. Like when we did long trips, I would get like double the mileage that I would normally do driving around the city. 25 miles per gallon. That sounds about right. An ADM. Cool. Yeah, I just saw it. Replacing my 94 A4 with an 07 Transit Connect van life. Van life. Van life. I don't know about you. I don't like sleeping in a bed over the bucket that I poop in. Cracked rear axle, no Murph. Oh. Yeah, originally I flew to Chicago for Rapid. I was gonna drive to Chicago because again it's like a 4-hour drive for me. I live in North America. 4-hour drive is nothing. So yeah, when the Focus no. I flew because of the Focus because ain't nobody wants their car to break down in Gary, Indiana. My Focus RS is 10.7 liters per 100 kilometers. How much horsepower? Oh, the Crosstrek, I only have the 2-liter boxer in it, non-turbo. Actually, no, even the bigger engine's just a bigger. It's not turbo. 152 horse, I think. So. My Toyota Corolla Touring Sport Hybrid, I got 64 miles per gallon. Yes, but you're also in a Toyota Corolla Hybrid. 38 miles per gallon. Yeah, apparently the Crosstrek does above 30. It does pretty good on highway. It's just because it's the smaller engine, getting it going and stop and go is a little bit more work on it. Good background. There is background music, yeah. It's very quiet though. Somebody was complaining it was too loud. So let me turn up a little bit. So when I do the trip to Goshen, what I'm going to do is I'm going to reset my trip and see how it does. 18 Crosstrek does 34 miles per gallon. Nice. Yeah, so we've got the same engine, Budsy Bills, unless you got the 2.5, which the 2.5 is only like one mile per gallon less or something like that. My F-150 hybrid gets 11.65. What's the fuel mileage? 1 highway, 0 city. I should stain that. I think I have some stain actually. I might stain that. We'll see. I need to get a mesh something to cover that. Got to 50 mile unboxings. Talk cars. This isn't even a Prusa. This was a Rook live stream. We unboxed a Rook kit. This is the only reason the Prusa's printing is because I needed something. We had nothing else to do, so I grabbed the Prusa off the shelf. It's the only printer out here right now. I wish the Subarus had selective. No, asymmetrical, all-wheel drive all the time. It's Subaru. Subaru. You said the Rook colors? I don't know. I was gonna do, show the box again. It's a box. I'm really tempted to use this orange. Sparta 3D sent some filaments to me today, and I have Sparkle Dark Orange ASA. Although apparently the Rook, you're actually supposed to print it in PLA. But I got some Sparkle Dark Orange ASA here. And considering I could probably open air print ABS in this room right now, I probably should have printed some Rook parts. What time are we at right now? What time is it? Okay. Did I try the Honda CR-V? No, I did not. Make sure you use the test prints to see if the rods fit. Yeah, I'll probably do that because I learned my lesson on that with the whatchamacallit, the V-Minion. So what are we at right now? We are at 30.5 Celsius, which for the Americans is 86.9. Nice. If you printed PLA, wouldn't it creep over time? If you got good part cooling. How's the Nerf blaster? It's good. It's downstairs. C or F. It's still F and hot. Yeah, it's getting warm in here. It's also, you know, what is it? Humidity went down. It's 52% humidity. It was 60, or it's 57 up there. I think it's hotter here because of printer and the fans blowing on it. Because on the shelf the thermometer is reading 57% humidity. So yeah. Freedom units metric changed my mind. Water boils at 100 and then freezes at 0. Celsius makes a lot of sense, except the pool. Because like, what's the difference between 82 and 83? Who cares? It's so small. But you know, there's a bit of a difference between, you know, 29 and 30. So air temperature, Celsius, water temperature, Fahrenheit. Because Canada, we use both. I am 5'9.5". I would weigh 185 pounds. I don't know what how much I weigh in kilograms or centimeters. Distances are measured in time. My car goes 100 kilometers an hour. Toronto is a 4-hour drive. How many printers do I have at this point? I think last we counted, I'm in the 30s. But speaking of, I will be bringing printers to Murph. How I will give them away, I don't know. But I will be bringing some of the commercial printers that we did for unboxing print, Fridays. That, I took the printer out of the box, we printed one thing, and then it went into the room of dust collecting for the next 2 years. I'm going to be bringing some printers to give away at Murph. I don't know how we're going to distribute them. I don't know exactly what printers I'm bringing. I don't know how many, but I will be bringing some printers to give away at Murph. Yeah, we'll figure it out. Sell them to fund the renos. Some of them aren't worth selling. Am I going to LTX? No. I don't have the budget for LTX. I'm way over budget. Like I'm eating through like the channel budget that I've allotted for this year already. Can help facilitate it. We'll figure. I got the Voron booth. Like I usually hang out at the Voron booth because I'm on the Voron team. I want to go to LTX. Don't get me wrong. I would love to go to LTX. I heard that they had a creator fund or something to get content creators out there. I emailed them. I never heard anything back. and I don't have the finances to just buy a ticket, hotel, transportation, all that to go hang out in Vancouver for a weekend for LTX. It's just not something I can justify in any way. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm doing butter breaded. I'll do garlic fish tonight, yeah. But like Murph is easy to justify. Murph is a 4-hour drive. So I don't know what content I'm doing at Murph. Obviously I'm gonna bring the lightweight setup. I was gonna bring the A6400. I'm just bringing the GoPro and my phone for a camera. Because I don't even know if I'm gonna make videos from Murph this year. Because everything that I would have want to do a video on, I've already done a video on either at Rapid or at Rocky Mountain Rep Fest. So there'll be a live stream at Murph. I don't know if it'll probably be the Saturday. I don't know what time. And there might be a video. That's about it. So this is eating up so much of my time. Like, I don't know if I'll have a video this weekend. I still have enough stuff from Rapid to do 1, maybe 2 videos. That's about it. So we'll see. It's just, I'm out here working on stuff. How do you like the GoPro for video content? I like its logistics. It's very lightweight. It's very easy to use. The battery, because I got the Volta on it, it's very good with what it does. The thing I don't like, it's got a small image sensor. So if you watch any of my videos from Rapid or Rocky Mountain, those were all filmed on the GoPro. The video quality is not the greatest because there's not a lot of light indoors, and it's not great at low light. It's a very like staticky image. It doesn't look as good as it should. Outdoors it's better because there's a shit ton of light outside, but inside it's not great. I was looking to getting something like a better camera because I can't use the A6400 because I shake like a motherfucker. I got essential tremors, my hands just shake. So I was gonna get something with like in-body image stabilization, like the FX30, but then we started doing this, and then yeah, the budget for that is gone. So use the camera equipment you got. Can't get a choice of an option if you buy. So I'm looking at a 2.4 Voron kit, but I found the Canadian vendors, you can't get the same choice of options that you can get from same as Fabrico. Yeah, you can order from. I don't know like distribution agreements or anything. You can order from the States. There's nothing stopping you from buying a kit from the States. You're gonna probably pay more, and you're gonna get raped in taxes and duties. So it might be a better idea to just buy the Canadian one, and just, if you want to swap out a part, just buy the extra part or whatever, because you're not saving anything buying from the States, because you're gonna pay taxes twice, and you're gonna get screwed on the exchange rate, and then you're also gonna get screwed by FedEx or UPS or DHL when it comes to all their duties and fees. So. Also worth upgrading to a bed with built-in magnets over the stock one. Steven, I only have one printer with built-in magnets. That's my Rat Rig, the V-Core 3. I've never had an issue with the stuck-on magnets. I've got one, my V2 250 has had a magnet stuck on it for years, and it's never had an issue. So, have I tried Sparta 3D? Yes. Or unless you're talking to them. Sparta 3D is good. That's for that. I was looking at a Hero 11 for. I have a Hero 10. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend the GoPro. The problem with the GoPros, they are really nice because they have built-in wide-angle lenses, and they have you can easily change the field of view. They're very quick to boot up. They are easy to work with. It's just the sensor is a small sensor. You don't have Probably shouldn't do this in here. but it's not like, you know, think about it, okay? No, turn off. Okay, so think about it, like, its sensor is probably a little bit bigger than a phone sensor, right? So see, like, you know, phone sensors are tiny, like they're tiny, okay? This is an APS-C sensor, okay? That's much bigger than a phone. And this isn't even a full frame sensor. That's APS-C. So, they're not gonna, GoPro lighting or GoPro image quality is not gonna be good in low light. It's just not. The chat, what is it? I know it's top chat. I don't know how to change it. I don't know how to change the widget. Sensor my Sony is massive. Well, it depends on the size. You have a, did you get the ZV E10 or the E1? The E10 is APS-C, which is the same as that size. But they don't give you the extruder option. They're more expensive options, so I'll have to work out differences in pricing. Oh. There we go. Yeah, it's an APS-C sensor, yeah. So obviously that's an A5100, so that's an older camera. It's A51 is like 2013 or something like that, but it's still the same. It's an APS-C, so it's a cropped sensor. So it's a Super 35 is the actual, like, it's the same as a 35mm film lens, or it's 35mm film roughly. Prusa Slicer final release is out now. Yeah, I know. I seen a tweet about it. So, I am hungry. We might be ending the stream early because I am absolutely starving because I just realized I haven't like eaten anything today. I woke up, brought the little guy to school, I went shopping for stuff for the garage. I came back, I worked on the garage, I got a quick shower, and then I went stream. I had a donut this morning. And it was a Tim Hortons donut, so it was really shitty. So yeah. What are we at right now? 4 o'clock. We're gonna end the stream in about 4:15-ish, I'm thinking. So if you haven't entered for your chance to win Filament from Polymaker, link in the video description, you have till 4:15-ish. Unless we get on a tangent or something and the stream goes longer. But no guarantees. Also, don't forget to like the smash button. Tim's donut of status. I know. They are not good. They are shit. I had a chocolate dip, and it was not good. What do I have in here? I got Eggos. Those are frozen. I've got popsicles. Yeah, no. Can you cook an Eggo on a Prusa bed? You defrost it. Put outside that grill. My actual grill is on the patio. It's like right there, because my deck's like right there. So. Gotta look at the camera more. The problem is chat's over here, so I'm looking like that. Yes, you can. Remember when I've heated up pizza on a printer before. When I had COVID and I was stuck living downstairs for a week, I was using the V2 to heat up Chef Boyardee and Pop-Tarts. Any good filament dryer, guys? Honestly, if you're looking for something cheap, just go buy like a used food dehydrator, like one of the cheap ones that you can get at like at a restore even. Yeah. Oh yeah. Tim Hortons. Yeah. Donuts used to be better when they had bakers. Yeah. But now, remember, Tim Hortons isn't even a Canadian company. It's owned by a Brazilian firm now. It's a Brazilian company. So. Okay, here's something. Let's see if I can get this. Okay, there we go. Y'all want to shit on something? 3 days left on the Kekoni Kickstarter. The campaign is down $200,000. The comments section is a dumpster fire. Been probably trying to stats up this week based on probably that. Are you still here? Why are you nervous? Hi, content. We're here and listening to our backers. Are you kidding me? Oh. So for those that don't know, this was that upside down printer. That like, okay, don't back Kickstarters, okay? If it's a 3D printer, you don't need to back it on Kickstarter, because guess what? It's not gonna be amazing. Like, Kickstarters now, a lot of these companies use Kickstarters because they need to pay back their investment. So, Bamboo did this. Kekoni is doing this. So basically, a company in China, they get a bunch of patents. Oh my God, we're designing the best printer in the world. Companies throw money at them for venture capital. They need to pay that VC back by a certain date. To do that, they use Kickstarter. So when you're giving them money, it's not to develop the printer. It's not to build the lines. It's to pay back their debt. And then hopefully once they pay back their debt, they're able to actually sell a printer, and maybe you'll get one. So don't back 3D printer Kickstarters. It's very, very rarely. There are exceptions. There will always be exceptions. But if it's like a giant Chinese company doing a Kickstarter, you don't need to back them. You don't need to back them. Don't waste your money. But yeah, this was that upside down printer that's had like 1 million different variations, and it's like completely like yeah, so they had like day one, they had a huge amount of signups. Yeah, AI modeling. AI. Anytime you see AI, that is a complete joke. AI modeling, yeah, right, bullshit. 10x faster than what? 7 color printing, sure. I can see. This is all just, you know, accurate 0.1 millimeter detail. Hi, class. Oh, I can do this, right? Wait. Control 1. Okay, one second here. One second here. Okay. Where are you? Are you in here? Aha, okay. Thank you, Fabrico, for sending me these teaching aids. Okay, okay, class. Everyone here, you're gonna learn, okay? Because I've explained this 1 million times, and I still get asked this question. Okay. This is a NEMA 17 stepper motor. It's probably a 1.8 degree stepper motor. This is an industry standard. This is a NEMA 17 stepper motor, okay? Yeah, it's a 1.8 degree. This is GT2 belt, okay? 99.9% of printers out there use these stepper motors and these belts to control your XY motion. Different systems, different setups. They have different size gears on here. Can anyone explain how you can get different accuracies out of these same components? Or correction, you get the same accuracy. You're capable of getting the same out of these setups as everything else. So when they advertise, oh, this is our accuracy, it don't frickin' matter because you're printing at 0.2 layer height with a 0.4 millimeter nozzle. Anything smaller than that, it don't matter because you're literally splooging molten plastic with a glorified hot glue gun. Yeah, you can do gearing and everything, but you're still gonna have a minimum nominal size of a detail you can pull off. Because again, 0.2 layer height, 0.4 nozzle for 99.9% of use cases. Smart app control, whoop-de-doo. Hey, spyware. When I see this on a 3D printer now, I love Clipper. Oh, I put Clipper on all my shit. I put that shit on everything. The amount of people that are jumping into these cheap printers, or not, some of them aren't even cheap, but the amount of people that are jumping full force into these modified Clipper firmware that's locked down without root access, and you really don't know what these printers are. These are computers. You are taking a computer that you don't know what it's doing. It's connecting to a server somewhere for updates. Who knows what's on that server? Who knows what someone could put on that server? Because remember, you don't have to just worry what the company is doing. You have to worry what somebody might do because the company is cheap and they have shit network security, and now somebody hacked into their network, uploaded a file to their GitHub, so that when your printer that's connected to your home network that has login credentials for your home network and is connected to the internet does a git pull from a GitHub that's been compromised, and now guess what? All your network traffic is leaked. All your security info gone. Who knows? You know, all your pictures gone. Who knows? Who knows? You're putting a full-fledged computer on your home network, and you gave Creality the key with their whatever the hell they did to Clipper. That's why I'm not a fan of these mangled, modified Clipper installs. Either run pure Clipper or lock that shit down. I don't have my the bamboos. Even the bamboos, I don't have them on my network anymore. I just don't trust it. I just don't trust it because you don't know what they're doing. And again, it's not just what the company is doing you have to worry about. Network security is a massive thing. Every other day, some big company is getting hacked and compromised. Do you trust the network security of a company that couldn't figure out thermal runaway and thought 3 minutes was good? Do you trust the network security of a company that's been shitting out the same V-wheel bed flinger for 10 years? That can't even design a printer where the drag chains don't drag on the X-rods? And decided that lubing graphite bushings with grease is a good idea. Do you trust their network security? Because not only do you trust them with all your network, because you connected their computer to your home network, you have to trust that nobody gets into their system and changes something that now you are screwed. So, network security is a huge thing. I'm just waiting for the day that a website pops up, whoprintedwhat.com, where it's one of these companies that has a cloud app, Creality, Bamboo, what's the Anchor Mate. One of these cloud networking, cloud printing services gets hacked, and you are able to see what every single user has printed ever on their machine, along with, oh hey, you want to see their webcam that has to connect to the cloud? You want to see what they're printing right now? See what their webcam's doing? Here, sure, go for it. People hack baby monitors all the time. Like, that's what I'm kind of concerned about with all these. These are computers. If it's running Clipper, it is a computer. It is a Linux computer that is pulling updates from you don't know where. And you don't know what those updates entail because they lock it all down because they have to put their fingerprint on it. So yeah, be careful. Be careful with all these generic, who knows? Nothing bad has happened yet, and I'm sure none of these companies are doing this with bad intentions. They're doing it with profitable intentions, but they're not doing it with bad intentions. So we gotta, yeah. So anyways, this was a shit printer. If you donated money to this Kickstarter, you might as well burn your money. They saw the whatchamacallit, the upside down printer, I can't remember what it's called, and they saw a Voron and they thought they could rip off both. And remember they brought the printer to Naomi Wu, Sexy Cyborg, and they spent like 6 hours and they couldn't even get the printer working. I built a V0 in like a little bit longer than that from scratch, and it worked from start. So yeah. Positron, that's what it is. They saw the positron and they thought they can, jump on that hype train. Yeah, Anchor already has had security issues. So, you know what I mean? Like, these are networked computers that you do. It's like the Android boxes. Go watch the LTT video on the Android boxes, okay? Go watch the Android video or the LTT video on Android boxes, because again, you are connecting a computer with who knows what software, pulling updates from who knows where that hopefully never get compromised on your home network with access to the internet. If somebody here, if anyone in chat works in network security, what is the worst case scenario for if somebody were to maliciously install whatever can run on a low powered Linux computer on your home network? What could they do? What information could they glean off your average home network? You know, grandma who has the they have their Kojiko internet and or Bell internet, and they have a sticky pad with the Wi-Fi number on it. Like, absolutely, yeah, that's what I mean. So I'm a little concerned. Like, that's why you become part of a botnet. Like, can they get into your main computer? Like, that's the thing. Like, I mean, considering those close to run with these superusers, they can do anything. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, what can they get from your other computers though? Like, can they see everything on the network basically? Because most people have shit network security. Remember that. Attempt exploits, use botnet machines, carry save credentials in your browser. Yeah. So anytime you buy one of these printers that has Clipper on it, and it's mangled Clipper, just be aware of what you're adding to your home network. Just be aware of what you're adding to your home network, because this is a thing that's becoming a thing. Because remember, one of the biggest, social media, it's free because you are the product, and just getting information from people. Yeah. So yeah, I don't even run the Bamboo machines on my home network anymore. I don't trust them. And it's not that I don't trust Bamboo, it's I don't trust the potential outcome if something happens. Especially considering, hey, I'm a YouTuber now. As a YouTuber, my YouTube account is kind of important to me. Look what happened with Linus, and look what happened with other YouTubers when they lose their network credentials. So yeah. So yeah, the last thing you want is the Anchor Mate software to, like, everyone who uses it has Anchor on their phone, everything just gone, or everything just scraped, all your data just scraped. And also don't forget that Bamboo sends encrypted logs back that you don't know what they're sending back. So. I think there's a reason I haven't heard from my Creality contact in a while. I'm supposed to get a K1, and they were all gung-ho on sending me a K1, and they're like, oh, it's delayed, and I'm like, how long is it delayed for? And then they haven't responded to me. So maybe I'm being a little too calling them out, but I don't know if they're still sending me a K1. Because every time they post something on Twitter, I'm like, hey, so when's the source code for the Clipper modified Clipper you're running the machine on? When's that going to be released? Did Grant find somebody to decrypt the logs? I don't know. It's delayed until it's magically fixed. You know what's funny? You want to know what's absolutely hilarious? So if you bought a first gen K1, okay, if you were on first K, congratulations, you bought a shit printer. You bought a broken printer because they're fixing them now. So why never buy first gen? Never buy first gen anything 3D printing, okay? As you're talking to somebody who ordered a Mark IV and an XL the day they were announced. But anyways, if you have a K1 and it was shipped in the first batch, you bought a printer that Creality has basically said is broken because they're not shipping them. They're having to fix it. So you bought a broken printer. Congratulations. Good thing you gave the company money. Yeah. Proprietary sensor. What proprietary sensor data? They have a laser rangefinder. But how long has it been taking them to fix it? The Voron switch wire was designed in a month by one guy. And printers printing within 2 months. Actually, no, it was designed in 2 months because it was designed as a capstan printer. Like, it used wire in a month, and then it was functional and printing. However, capstan drive has inherent flaws. So then Max spent another month redesigning it to use belt, and then there were printing printers within like a couple weeks. So one guy, and I think Steve helped a little bit, with the CAD. So 2 guys, in their free time, designed the switch wire in 2 months, along with several different prototypes. And the design's been locked in for years. Yet Creality can't make a Core XY. That works fine. Like, it's hilarious when you're part of a group that designs for printers for fun, and like the shit you can come up with when you just, yeah, whatever. And you see a big company can't even do a proper Core XY. Yeah, it began capstone in May-ish. Yeah, it was 2 months from like start to finish for design. And then there was time to take the manual and like after that, but yeah. Corporate inefficient. Well, it's inefficient when you can't design anything new and all you can do is just copy. Because guess what? They didn't start working on the K1 until Bamboo came out. As much as I harp on Bamboo, good on them for actually giving the market a kick in the butt to actually do something other than shitty V-wheel bed flingers to the end of time. Manual takes long. Exactly. They can't even copy Bamboo right. Like, at least the Bamboo machine, as you know, yes, it's closed source, whatever, okay? I'm more honestly angry at the right to repair aspect of that machine. It's a high-speed Core XY system. You are going to have bearings die on you. The fact that you can't easily replace the bearings without completely disassembling the machine and having to buy an $80 XY assembly is ludicrous in my opinion. I can swap the bearings on pretty much the majority of the XY system on my Voron in like 5 minutes. To do it on a Bamboo, you have to take apart the entire machine and buy an $80 XY assembly because the bearings in the XY joint are pressed thin and you can't replace them. You have to buy a whole new XY assembly. That's what kind of annoys me. They're software proprietary bullshit, whatever. Okay, if you design something on your own, you are allowed to do what you want with it. If you want to keep it closed source and patent it, go for it, okay? I'm not your mom, you can do what you want. But the right to repair aspect, purposely designing it to prevent serviceability, that is annoying because they didn't have to do that. They didn't have to, and we've seen that they didn't have to do it because the industry hasn't had that. But they're the way they're designing it to be like, no, you need to buy our parts and whatnot. Remember, do you have a Bamboo? I'm not going to name the company, but designed a high flow hot end for it that would drop right in and double your flow rate. But they can't sell that because to change the hot end on it, you have to rerun a PID tune. You cannot PID tune a Bamboo machine. You can't change the thermistor type on a Bamboo machine. So you're stuck with the hot end they sell. You want to put a faster hot end, you can't. You get what you get. Pretty much every other printer you can change it, but not a Bamboo. In Europe, there is no right to repair. Well, right to repair is not really a thing in a lot of places, but it's a good mantra to have, especially on a high-speed Core XY machine with lots of little cheap bearings that if they die, your system doesn't work. It'd be nice to be able to replace them easily. Probably gonna up the price of the hot ends. Actually, the Bamboo hot end's actually a really nice hot end, although it is a little fragile. But it's like $18 for a hardened nozzle hot end. Ain't bad. Like I'm not saying their design is bad. I'm just saying they're the way they design certain things where you can't even fix something that would require normal maintenance is really annoying. So. Yeah, the Bamboo hot. Yeah, you can put a Bamboo hot end in. It's officially supported in the Voron V0, for example. It's actually a really good hot end for the price. Personally, I still like Revo, but it is what it is. Have I unboxed the Rook? Yeah, we went through the kit. I got to print all the parts and everything. Okay. Yeah. Hey, that was a tangent. It's always fun when we go on tangents. Compared to some companies, I would say Bamboo replacement party for. Don't get me wrong. Like compared to some other 3D printing companies, yeah, Bamboo has a great selection of replacement parts from them directly. and they're the only source. And there are knockoff AliExpress hot ends now. You just better hope Bamboo never goes out of business. And also, again, if a bearing on your XY joint goes, you have to buy a new XY assembly. It's $80, and you have to disassemble the entire printer. Take the hot end off, take the whole tool head off, take all the panels off, unbelt everything, and take out the whole XY assembly if a $3 bearing fails. What do I think about the BTT RGB steppers? Completely pointless. But if you're into that, go for it, I guess. Are you still using the V400? I have not, because I don't have room for it. I might bring it out here. I might have room for it out here. Almost €100 in Germany for the XY. Well, there you go. Bamboo says they will, no, Bamboo can say whatever they want. The thing is, if Bamboo closes down, remember, most companies, especially companies that own patents. Bamboo has a ton of patents. That's one of the first things they did was patent a shit ton of stuff. They tried to patent Core XY in China. So when these companies go under, they don't just, okay guys, go home, lock the door, oh, we're done. No, what happens is a company buys them. They buy them for their IP. They buy them for their patents. They buy them for their technology. They buy them for their facility. They buy them for that. So if Bamboo were to go under, a company's going to buy Bamboo, and they're going to buy all their designs and everything. Do you think they're going to open source it at that point? Yeah, the creditors. Yeah, if Bamboo goes under, it's because they owe people money, and the people that owe money aren't going to say, oh, this thing that holds value, the IP and all that, the thing that we can sell to get our money back. Yeah, they're not going to give it away. They're not going to give it away. It sounds nice. Oh yeah, if we go under, we'll open source everything, but that's not how business works. Can somebody tell me an actual profitable company that went under, that open sourced everything when they went under, that gave away the plans for all their designs and everything? That's not really a thing. We unboxed the Rook at the very beginning of the stream, especially if it goes under and there's creditors involved. Somebody will leak it on World of Warships. This isn't the plans to build a Soviet fighter jet. Software, but Blender did. Software is different. If they were profitable, they would not be going under MZBot. MZBot wasn't really MZBot built one printer, and it's still the guy running it, Mr. Beast. Hello. Are you all wet? Oh God, you're all wet. Let's see if I can reset this camera. Oh my God, you're all wet, Coda. Oh my God, this camera's dead. Why aren't you working? Oh yeah, this camera's dead. One second, I'm trying to get the webcam to work. There we go. Hey, buddy, over here. Look, you're wet. You are wet. Hey, come here. You want pets? Are you guys playing with the hose? You're playing with the hose. Okay, you go have fun. Is it wet, doggo? He is soaked. There's water all over the floor now. Hey, Tom's taken open source. I have. Open source, like, here's the thing. There are companies that do Red Hat. Linux, I think. Red Hat, is it? The thing is, you open source the software and you make your money on the service and support. The thing is, with a 3D printer, it doesn't really work that way. So what you do is, Prusa takes all their time and their investment. They design the printer, they put the designs out, and then generic company in China builds a printer for 1/10 the cost using everything that this other company has learned, and then another company copies that first Chinese company for even cheaper. So why open source it? If you're a company, okay, I don't agree with everything Tom said, but I agree with a good chunk of it. If you're a company, you have to make money. And if your biggest competitor just takes what you do and does it cheaper, why would you keep giving them the plans? Why would you keep giving them the plans? Why? Like, because here's the thing, there's several hundred people that work at Prusa. They need to make money or all those people are out of the job. It's business. Businesses have to make money. And, you know, ideals are always great, but, you know, when you have companies that literally just take your plans and just build your printer cheaper because they don't have to do they don't have to provide the support, they don't have to do the R&D, all they have to do is just shit out the same V-wheel bed flinger day in and day out because everyone just recommends it day in and day out, and there's entire people that's entire careers around how to properly use this shitty V-wheel bed flinger and how to fix it. Like, it is what it is. So I kinda, open source hardware, I never quite understood. It works for Voron because Voron's not a company. It's great. All these Vorons exist. Voron has never had to actually do anything other than put out a design. And now you can go buy the printer from several different vendors and several different options. And now people are actually, like, some of these companies are actually developing some decent stuff. Look at like all the stuff on LDO kits come with the beds and all the tool headboards and all that. Like, but Voron is not a for-profit company. Like, even then, like, look at, heck. Hi, how many people do we have here right now? We got 288 people, cool. 319, ooh, cool. Okay, everyone, I know not everyone's gonna do that, but everyone, go join. Go on Patreon and go give $2 to Marlin, okay? Go sign up. Everyone here, go on Patreon. Go on the Marlin Patreon account, the Clipper Patreon account. I don't care if you sign up for the lowest tier. That's what I do. I have several, like, I think I'm at 20 Patreon people I follow. I've got two. I got a public Patreon account and a personal one. But go support some of these developers, because without them, like, we're missing, you lose a lot. If everything open source closed overnight and all we had were what, you know, the kind of printers that overseas companies develop on their own, we'd be fucked. So yeah, so like I love Clipper. I support Marlin on Patreon because, let's be honest, Marlin is the de facto firmware of 3D printing. It's especially for off-the-shelf entry-level machines, Marlin makes way more sense than Clipper, especially with, you know, the kind of shit we're seeing with these Clipper printers that are coming out there. I'd rather have Marlin. So, yeah. There is a legal entity behind Voron Design. Voron is not a company. There is a Voron company, though. Thank you, patent trolls, for making us waste money on that. So yeah, anyone who's involved in 3D printing should be, you know, a lot of Patreons have a cheap tier. Even me, I have a cheap tier. Go join my Patreon. Do that too if you're not. But I'd rather see a lot of people give $1 or $2 to a bunch of different projects than give like $20 to one project. That's how I do my Patreon my crowdsourcing stuff. I give a little bit of money to a lot, than a lot of money to little. And the companies that use Marlin. Here's the thing, like, Marlin is open source. You can't, if it's open source firmware and it's allowed for commercial, you can't force a company to pay for it. It is what it is. You know, the worst, it's like every time, you know, here's the shitty thing with open source. The easiest way to get the community involved or a company to change is to be angry at them on Twitter. Look how often a company comes out with their skin version of Cura without the source, or, you know, everyone's shitting on Creality right now for their shitty version of Clipper that's all bogged down that you have to unbrick to use it right. And the only thing we can do is just yell at them on Twitter. And Twitter is a massively small segment of the market, and especially the community. So, yeah. So it's open source. That's the thing. Oh, just sue them. You know how much lawyers cost? Lawyers are not cheap. You must do, yeah, GPL v3. So basically it's free to use. You can distribute it. You can use it for commercial purposes. But if you make any changes to it, you have to distribute your source code, which Creality doesn't do. Even their Sonic Pad, they release the how to build the firmware, but they don't actually release the source code for the Sonic Pad, and they severely limit it. And then they have their whatever they call their Creality OS they're calling on the K1, which is just really shitty Clipper. They broke a bunch of stuff for no reason. Why would you spend the time and the money and the R&D to make it worse? Just ship normal Clipper. Oh wait, because Clipper is actually kind of complicated, especially when you have multiple MCUs in a machine, and there's a revision update to Clipper that requires you to reflash all your MCUs. And you went ahead and you got RP2040 based ones that need to be plugged into a computer. You got some that got to be flashed over SD, and some you can flash via USB. So, to embed malware. Yeah, true. Yeah, the house fire pad. Again, Creality didn't even know how thermal runaway worked with Clipper when they came out with the Sonic Pad. They had no idea what they were doing. Like yeah. How hot is it? It's still getting hot in here. 30.9. Yeah, we're gonna call it here because I am starving and I am starting to cook. So random number generator, because as much as I would love to do Wheel of Names, this laptop cannot handle Wheel of Names. Okay, so if you entered for your chance, we're going to close it off there. So if you didn't enter, you'll probably have another chance on next Tuesday, because there might be a stream Thursday. There's a slight chance, but don't hold your breath. And there won't be a stream. There will be a stream at Murph, but who knows when. And it's at Murph, so I won't have, like, we're not doing a giveaway or anything. Okay, so 605 entries. Okay. So what's for dinner? I'm making fish and rice. So round and round she goes. Number 485. So let's find you here. 485. Okay, hide all the emails. Okay. So congratulations, Will2DFG. Will2DFG. 485. Congratulations, Will2DFG. You have won yourself a spool of Polymaker filament. You'll get an email from me after the stream ends with information how to collect your filament. So Will2DFG, congratulations. So everyone, golf claps in chat. So yeah, so we're gonna end it there. I'm gonna go make dinner. I am starving and it is hot in here. So yeah, maybe a stream on Thursday. Hold your breath. The member stream might be Thursday. I don't know. There will be a member stream probably next week. Every month we do a members only live stream. If you're a channel member or a Patreon supporter, you get to hang out in that stream. If not, consider becoming a channel member or a Patreon supporter. You get to hang out in it. When is the AC going in the shop? I got to figure that out. I still got to get the ceiling insulated too. Yeah. So we're gonna call it there. Shout out to Polymaker for the spool filament that we gave away. Shout out to Fabrico for the Rook kit that we unboxed that we got to build, and also shout out to Sparta 3D for sending me some filament too. And for all those that donate to the channel, gifted memberships to others, or became members of the channel yourself, I thank you. I would not be able to do the things I do, create the content I create, and completely go over budget on this shop reno without your continued support. So thank you. So we're gonna call it there. And I'm gonna go inside where the air conditioning is, so bye! Do I have an intro set up? I don't know, I'm gonna hit this button. And then I'm gonna play this. And it's broken. Shit.